1,000 pupils, 3 floors, a typical building of the late 1990s. This is a Kievan school, number 316. It has had some renovations and even smart boards. Now it has asked a British teacher to visit and to see how kids are taught here in Ukraine. The teacher from Warminster, Graham McQueen, comes together with Ukrainian Minister of Education, Lilia Grinovich. She is an ideologist of educational reforms in the country. Graham McQueen is a history teacher with 20 years' experience. His first emotion is surprise. Ukrainian schools have numbers instead of names.
This is school 316.
Yes.
So it's unusual in England. In England, they've all got names.
School 316 meets the visitors with chrysanthemums in the playground.
Flowers mean we care about this school. And I like the fact that the grandparents get involved in it as well, and people donate pictures.
Graham McQueen did his homework well. He has already learned quite a few Ukrainian words.
Дякую. Добрий день. Як справи? До зустрічі.
His first stop and first surprise is a primary school. 8-year-old second graders meet the British teacher with black ties, white bows and iron discipline.
They want to learn. They're all very well behaved. But because of the size of the class, they've got to be.
Graham McQueen looks into the kids' workbooks. There are a lot of corrections with red pen there. It is not what the British teachers are used to.
Yeah.
Red color?
Not always. There's sometimes
color?
green or green, but as the students get older, it tends to be red, or it might be pencil as well. But in England, they also do. Maybe not at 7, but as they get a little bit older, they do peer-assessed work, so they swap work with each other, and then they mark their own work as well.
This summer, Ukraine implemented the first stage of school reform. A part of it is a recommendation to stop correcting with red colour in primary schools. Yet many teachers resist the changes.
Correcting with green colour is just a recommendation, and mostly it's important for first-grade pupils.
After visiting this primary school, Graham McQueen is taken to the school museum with embroideries, 9th century Hamlet models and long lines of books in glass cases.
We would call it an archive. You wouldn't have a school with a museum about the country. You would go to a museum, but you wouldn't.
Mr. McQueen's school is 300 years old, and they do not have a museum. All historical things are used daily.
So when you came to our school, and you went to the headmaster's office, we've got a 15th century chair, and a door, and the pupils know about that.
To entertain a guest, one of the pupils reads a poem in Ukrainian. The foreign teacher struggles to understand it and tries to talk to the children. Yet their English is too poor. Ukrainian kids learn English for 10 years, but very few can speak due to the very weak teaching of the subject. Yet this is about to change, promises made by the Minister of Education.
We have increased the number of hours for studying foreign languages. Moreover, we want all the children, no matter what school they attend, to reach B1 level. These are the general European recommendations for learning language at school.
Finally, the delegation goes to a high school and visits their history lesson. The lesson topic is the beginning of the First World War.
First World War, yeah. The Schlieffen Plan, yeah. And are they learning about the causes of the war?
Graham McQueen is very surprised. The teacher is near the blackboard, and the pupils sit at their desk very quietly. No one discusses in groups the reasons why the war erupted.
And we in England, they have a lot of emphasis on explaining why things happen. Okay, not just what happened, but why it happened. And for all of the students to have their own decisions, make your own decisions and your own interpretation. And everyone's encouraged to.
In the UK, the older the pupils, the less subjects they have. In Ukraine, high school pupils have up to 20 subjects and no art lessons.
Art and the history of art are part of the culture of Eastern and Western civilization. So to study the great masters of art, I think, is a very important thing.
After the lesson, Graham and his colleagues talk about their work and how it is rewarded.
A young teacher is paid up to 2,000 hryvnias.
1,000 hryvnias. We have £60.
60 pounds.
60 pounds, 70 pounds.
A week.
No, a month. A month.
A month.
So a month.
It's a salary for a month.
This is where the English teacher becomes really shocked.
Impressed with what they did, given their salaries and their class sizes. I was impressed with what the teachers do. I can't say I was shocked. So what you're trying to change is a legacy of the past and move the curriculum forward for students. And if you move the curriculum forward, then you can move, the country forward as well. I think education is a game changer in how a country operates.
Grandma Queen leaves the school. Will it receive a name someday? Will pupils learn to take part in discussions? Will they start to speak English? Will the Ukrainian school abandon the Soviet heritage? Slow but steady education reforms give cautious optimism on the matter.
A classic